Hello friends, so today's video is on the third spiritual law of success from Deepak Chopra's The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And today's law is the law of karma, or cause and effect. So I really like the fact that Deepak Chopra not only names the law as the law of karma, but he names this law as the law of karma, or cause and effect. And the reason I really like that is because certain words that are used in spiritual language get overlaid with so much meaning that was never really attributed to it in the first place. These words pick up all of this baggage over time by people's misinterpretations of the word, that they lose all semblance of the original meaning of the word. And so a lot of people think of karma as some sort of punishment that God is going to inflict upon you for doing the wrong thing, or maybe some sort of reward that God is going to lavish upon you for having done the right thing. But really and truly, what karma really is basically just cause and effect. So Deepak Chopra explains in the introduction to the law, karma is both action and the consequence of that action. So when we think about that, we can think about our present actions as karma as well. So it's not just some sort of reward or punishment, but the very actions that we take in the present moment are as a result really of the conditioning that brought us to this point in order to take that action. And so cause and effect really factors into the understanding of karma. So the actions that brought you to the point where you take that action in the present, that can be considered karma. The present action that you take is also considered as karma. So the law of karma could actually be summed up in another very popular quote: what you sow is what you reap. So if you want to reap happiness, you must sow the seeds of happiness. If you want to reap success, you must sow the seeds of success. On the other hand, if you sow laziness, if you don't actually take actions towards what it is that you want to accomplish or reap, then you will not be able to accomplish or reap those benefits. So what karma comes down to, or the law of karma, is that we need to be conscious choice makers, because whatever choices we are making in the present moment will have an influence on the future actions that we take, as well as the consequences of these actions in the present are going to determine what it is we will reap in the future. So Deepak Chopra says to step back and witness the choices you're making in every moment. When you make any choice, ask yourself two things. What are the consequences of this choice? And will the choice I'm making bring happiness to me and to others around me? So how do we make the spontaneous right choice in every circumstance? Sometimes it's a clear decision. Sometimes we know exactly, well, you know what, if we take choice A, it's going to be much more beneficial for myself and everyone else than if I went with choice B. But sometimes the choices are not so easy to make. And so what he suggests is that when we're faced with such a decision, we want to actually check in with our bodies when we are faced with the choice and ask the question, what are the consequences of this choice? So what he's suggesting is that we check in with our bodies for a message of comfort, and that is our indication that it's the right choice. However, if we feel uneasiness when asking that question within our bodies, then it's the wrong choice. And we want to specifically check in with our heart centers, because believe it or not, the heart has its own intelligence. And this is what he says: the heart knows the correct answer because it taps into the field of pure potentiality and infinite organizing power and takes everything into account. The heart is intuitive and holistic. it has a win-win orientation. And though the answer may not seem rational, the heart is far more accurate than anything within the realm of rational thought. Now, the question may be asked, how do I use the law of karma and apply it to choices that I've already made that may not be choices that I would choose in retrospect? We've all been there. We've all made choices that we're not necessarily proud of and that maybe led us to a certain place in our lives that is not the most desirable. But what he suggests here is that if we want to transform our karma to a more desirable experience, he says, look for the seed of opportunity within every adversity and tie that seed of opportunity to your purpose in life. So this will enable you to convert the adversity into a benefit and transform the karma into a new expression. And so we're looking for the seeds of opportunity. If we are in a situation that is undesirable, how could we use that to help ourselves and to help others? So he says what we can begin to do is to ask ourselves the question, what message is the universe giving me? What can I learn from this experience? Another way that you can transcend the seeds of your karma, he explains, is by becoming independent of that karma. So basically, it's a way of stepping outside of the karma itself. And he says that we do this by experiencing the self, your spirit, by going into silent meditation and coming out again. So the more that we're able to actually slip into the gap between our thoughts and broaden that gap, we're actually communing with our own spirit and we're stepping outside or transcending the karma itself. And so the more we do that, he explains, what we are actually doing is likened unto washing, he says, a dirty piece of cloth in a stream of water. Each time you wash it, you take away a few stains and it gets a little cleaner. So to briefly recap, 3 ways that we can use the law of karma or cause and effect in our lives to bring about success and happiness are, firstly, to become a conscious choice maker. Be aware of the choices you make in every moment. The second one is ask yourself the question, what are the consequences of this choice for myself and for others? And the third way is to ask the heart for guidance. Whenever it is that we are faced with a choice and we're unsure about it, check in with the heart, check in with that feeling within our bodies of either comfort or unease. And that will be a way of helping to guide you into making the right choice in that moment. So thanks very much for listening today. If you are interested in this series and you'd like to be updated when I come out with the next video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also, if you got some value from it, hit the like button, share the video if someone else can benefit from the video, and have yourselves a great day.